Yo yo super fun force, we're back with B192 from Takara Tomy, Beyblade Greatest Raphael. And this, as you can see here, let's take a look, is the newest Beyblade that is released. This is Rashad Goodman's Bey, and what an interesting character, and this is such a cool Bey. I'll give you my unboxing and impressions on this. Basically it shows here how it has like an attack that springs in, and then it basically has the two arms on it raised on high and kind of makes like this halo effect if you look at it from overhead. And it is definitely a balanced type, comes to high extend plus. Sadly, another over disc, so again, nothing brand new, and the driver has 3 modes. All right, let's take a look at it, and here it is. This looks fantastic. I think it's such an awesome and creative creation. Looks really cool, and it's probably going to be one of my top favorite Beyblades of all time as far as looks and gimmicks. As far as how effective it is in battle, that is yet to be proven. My initial tests I've shown has this being fair. You know, it's not overly powerful, but at the same time, it doesn't seem to be able to hold up to some of the more powerful combos in the meta at this time. But, you know, time will tell, and we shall see how that develops. Now, one thing that's pretty cool is when this does lift up here, there are going to be kind of like inscriptions underneath, and then you can put your stickers on. I haven't yet. It's red and everything, and I'll show that actually out of the box here. But I will put them on eventually, depending on the ones that I like the most. But here you see it makes it more red and black. That's super cool. Over driver, nothing brand new here, just heavy round centrifugal force for stamina. And again, this is cool because it can attack in the beginning with these 6 points here, because as you know, when it's something that is pointed like this and it directs the energy upon impact, that actually makes the most powerful type of contact. But then it quickly transforms into stamina defense mode because the rest of it is round. Now, as you can see here, there's the springs where they are over there. So basically, the longer this has to spin, the more that it's going to rise up, these arms up here, and I'll demonstrate that in just a second. However, sometimes if this keeps getting hit or making contact, there could be times when only one of the arms lift up, or maybe neither of them do. So, you know, it's definitely depending on the type of launch you do, and then what your opponent does, and how much, again, they're attacking and making contact. And then here is the driver high extend plus. Now everyone knows who's been with Beyblade since the GT days, how the extend was basically just over dominating and very powerful because it always got a great amount of balanced defense, and it gave you final spin for survival finishes and stamina battle just because the shape let it rotate just enough at the end. However, that one wasn't as successful on the new DB Stadium, and even this one from my initial testing, though it seems like a promising driver, because they wanted to make it tall to avoid like the scraping issue of the previous one where it's short, so the bays, these new Dynamite bays are so wide that they can, like, you know, tilt and scrape. So this one, while it doesn't tilt and scrape, it's just, you know, tall enough to where things can still get off balance, you know? So anyways, I'm gonna throw this together really quick and show you guys how it's done. One more thing that's interesting is this has no core, and it has no, you know, like armor inside. It's all assembled as one piece, going back to the Cho-Z days. So you can't remove the core, and you can't change out the armor. All right, but let's go ahead and put it together. Oh, and that also means it's perma high mode, as you can see here, with any DB core, but there is a trick to get around that. And maybe I'll talk about that in my future video. But other than that, you have to kind of have it in this high mode. So let's show you just what happens when you launch it and how the arms come up and kind of form that halo. Now it's kind of difficult to see from the top, and that's okay. You know, I was thinking of giving you guys a side angle, but no worries. I just want to have it spin like this, and then afterwards. So, you know, I've seen some cool modders add like an LED light underneath the, you know, the wing or the arm, and it does actually make it look like, you know, a halo or a colorful circle, you know. So I think Takara Tomy should have done something like that. They should have put like maybe a yellow like paint or sticker underneath the arm. I haven't tried that, but maybe if you did that as well, it would make that kind of a colored circle, but then it wouldn't really be allowed in a, you know, tournament because it would be modified. Let's also take a look at the weight once it's done. Now I didn't launch it hard, but as you can see, I have the high extend plus on the low mode, and it's doing a great job of staying in the center and keeping its stamina and basically, you know, working alongside the over disc. So that way this would technically spin the longest. All right, I won't let it keep going. I'll just go ahead and show you guys now because it's done, and there you guys go. It has folded up, as you can see. And then it reveals like these inscriptions here, which look really cool. Just kind of like that extra detail. And again, you can place the stickers under here. And then basically, yeah, that is it. Shopping basket, like I like to say. All right, let's take a look at the total weight. Now, combined, 73.76, so it's a bit of a lightweight. Now, the driver itself, 9.24, or excuse me, 9.25. And then, of course, you know, there'll be a little bit of variance, but it's 33.83. And then, of course, we have, last but not least, the core armor layer combined at 30.66. Well, bam, and here we go. So I definitely recommend this. If you are a Beyblade fan and collector, then you probably have already gotten this, because, I mean, it looks great in terms of being in your collection, and it has a great gimmick, so it is pretty unique for sure. And again, if you're also just interested in, you know, having more parts to play with, then High Extend Plus, I'm sure will have potential eventually. You know, it is, again, a dash driver, has the red here, which means the spring is much harder, so it can push up and keep pushed up. So therefore, your bay hopefully won't burst as easily. And again, it has 3 modes, so and I can just show that really quick here. As you can see, it's all the way down, and turn it up one here. That goes to defense, and when you turn it all the way up, attack mode, which means at the highest, it will definitely move around a lot more. And then, of course, at the very, very lowest, it's going to stay more still like you saw, and then the middle is a little bit in between. So there we go, Greatest Raphael. I'm excited to see what else they release. Hopefully there can be some good combos for this. It has a lot to live up to. It has to be able to beat the Dynamite, you know, like Giga Never combo that I really like, and also the Over Bearing Dash with like Armor Zero is a very, very popular tournament combo in the meta right now. And of course, Vanish and like Roar being very, very strong on Drift, Metal Drift, Zone Dash plus Z. So it does have its work cut out for it, but we'll see what happens in the future. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep your faith, stay upraised, spread that love, be thankful, and I'll be coming back at you.